What's going on, YouTube? This is the Infinity Man himself bringing you my review for Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War. I want to say 2, but it's not. Look, we've been getting a lot of bug killing games lately. We've got Earth Defense Force 6, we've got Helldivers, we've got Warhammer Space Marine 2, like aliens, bugs, same difference. We got them. We've been eating good, and we've actually got what 3 stars. This is the 3rd Starship Troopers game that we've gotten in recent years. But anyway, this is the review for Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War. So let's get into what the developers had to say about the game. Lock and load into the Starship Troopers universe and join the mobile infantry in the most realistic depiction of war ever made. Experience an original story in this action-packed first-person retro shooter. Would you like to know more? Alright, so, you know how we do things here. We rate things with our thumbs. We've got a level of up to 2 per category, 5 categories. Verdict comes out of 10. So let's get straight into the graphics. First thing you'll notice here is the 2D sprites with the 3D backgrounds and enemy models, anything you can interact with in the 3D model, with also, some of the stuff placed in the world. But then you have the 2D models. And when I tell you, I just love this graphical style. They did it with Bolt Gun. They do it again here with Starship Troopers. You've got the bugs. Of course, they're going to be in 3D as you shoot them up. You've got different things in the environment. Little static objects you can't interact with, but they're there and they're in fully 3D. But then you've got the other troopers, whether they're inside of a mech, whether they're just running around. They've got those 2D sprites that normally would put you off, but here they are just done so perfectly. When they die, they're still there in their 2D sprites. But then their weapon is laying next to them in a 3D model, so you can still pick up, their weapon, pick up ammo. I just love it. Like, there's nothing to complain about as far as the graphical style. You get plenty of bug bits and bobs and pieces, the blood that gets on your screen, the blood that lays in the environment. It looks good. But then they take it a step further, right? And the explosions. Look, I didn't think they would look this good, but they look better than how I thought they would look. When you do like the nuke, the effect. Granted, it'd be cool if it was bigger, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it's not. It looks good. It looks better than a lot of 3D explosions you'll see. The smoke that comes after the fire, it doesn't stay, but it bellows, it comes up, and it looks good. So I have to say, I will give the graphics here a 2 thumbs up out of 2 thumbs up, because it looks too good to be ignored. I mean, it works. Everything is where it needs to be. Even the little 2D sprites of the bugs out in the distance, and you'll see what I'm talking about. They, how they have the swarm technology in like World War Z and Space Marine 2. Well, imagine that, but you can't do anything to it. You can't interact with it. It's just there as a wall to kill you if you touch it. It's just a river, an ocean, a tsunami, whatever you want to call it, of just little 2D sprites of bugs, and they look like shit. But it doesn't take away, it just adds to it. It doesn't take anything away from it. They don't look the best, but you don't care. Well, at least I didn't care. They didn't affect the game plan anyway, except for when they needed to block off certain areas to let you know, hey, you're in this zone, don't leave this zone. I'll get into the details about that later, but like I said, 2 thumbs for the graphics. Then to add to the graphics, they have the AMD videos of Casper Van Dien, and I forget the lady. We're just gonna call her Deets because you hear her name a lot. There's also other people too. They have little commercials that they play in between the missions, and they also have little story beats in between the missions to sort of just enhance the idea of what they're going for here. And I will say, although they may be a little cheesy, and you can sort of tell that they're reading some voice lines off like a teleprompter or something, it looks good. Like the AMD videos, the set, the costumes. Can't say sets. There's no set, but the costumes, perfect. Like they nailed it with the graphics here. Next up, we have the sound. How does this game sound? With the music and with the voices. So first, we'll start with the voices. The voice line work during missions. The chatter between I just want to call them Marines. The chatter between the troopers, during the missions. If you do some friendly fire, they yell back at you. The way the bugs sound upon emerging and taking damage and dying. The Marines, when they die, the gunfire. Oh my God, it all sounds. I'm sorry, the voices. The voice work is good. It's not just good. I think it's great. When they do the videos in between the missions, there's not particularly selling their lines, but it fits into what the game is. It fits into the aesthetic, their delivery. It's not supposed to be this high quality, actors and actresses doing their thing. These are some grunts, and they're just trying to sell a message of, hey, join the fight, become a citizen, kill some bugs, or die trying, And they sell it on every level. Now, on to the music. The music is nothing to write home about. It's not Halo. It's not the Silent Cartographer. It's not 007. It's nothing that you're going to rememberable. You know what I'm saying? But it's serviceable. It works. When the action picks up, the music picks up. When the action dies down, the music dies down. It's simple and it's effective. There's also you're going to hear your name a lot. Deets, look, it's Deets. Oh my God, it's Deets. And it got a little annoying because I was like, I don't care. But you get back into the videos in between the missions and you're like, okay, fine, I get it. I understand it. Again, I don't like feeling like a celebrity out in the field, but it moves things forward. It has a purpose. It's not the most clear, but it's noticeable. I just thought that was a little annoying, but it didn't take away from anything. So I will give the sound here, all of the voices, the chatter, the bug sounds, the way the guns sound. These are some good sounding freaking guns. Some may say that they sound a little weak, but I don't think so. You're not inside a tight corridor, so you're not going to be getting a lot of boom off of these guns. But they still sound good. The explosions sound good. Calling in airdrops sounds good. You get the sound cues from when bugs are popping up because they spawn out of the ground or out of the bug nest. It's not clear where they're going to be coming from until you get the little on-screen, little thing, or you check your radar. But the fact that they let you know, like, hey, something's coming, and they do that audibly, I love it. So I'll give the sound 2 thumbs up out of 2. Now let's move on to the setting. So when I say the setting, this is a mission-based first-person shooter. So you're going to be going to a bunch of different places. In the end, you would think how much could they do with this? Although the settings play literally the same, and we'll get into that in the gameplay, they all play the same. but they look different enough to where they feel different enough, even though they all play the exact same way. I like the fact that each mission has its own entirely different color scheme for the most part. You've got your night-based missions, you've got your day-based, daytime-based missions, over your war-torn-based missions. You know, it all looks good as it needs to, with explosions off in the distance, um, crashed landing ships, drop ships off in the distance, or then you get up close to them and it's, like this, it looks good. The setting is prime. You'll walk into an area where troopers are getting attacked by some bugs, and they're yelling back and forth. They come running towards you. You're shooting the bugs behind them. The setting, I mean, it's this game as a whole, simple yet effective at doing exactly what it set out to do, and I love it. There's nothing to really interact with in the world except for your ammo pickups, your armor pickups, maybe a mounted gun here and there, or a switch to flip. But like I said, simple yet effective. What more do you need to interact with? You're not going to be jumping into a drop ship, taking off, flying around, or like they do what it is that they need to do to the level they needed to do it at. So that is the setting for me. It plays the same, looks different enough to where it feels different enough. So I'll give the setting, although this was a short one, I'll give the setting a 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs for the simple fact that, no, I'll give the setting 1 thumb. I'll take away a thumb because there could have been more. They could have added their own flavor. They could have added some extra stuff because this is an entirely new story, an entirely new way to look at, viewpoint into the Starship Troopers. So they could have added more. So yeah, one thumb for the setting. Okay, so here we are to the gameplay, the part that matters most in your video games. So I will say that this game feels great to play. The guns feel amazing. The movement, you jump real high and you can vault, for the most part, 90-degree structures, right? Crates, boxes, walls. If you can get up there with the jump height, which they're extremely generous with, then you can vault over it. There's also, outside of the gunplay, you get these bigger guns, the heavy guns, the guns that you can't necessarily put into your loadout because you can only carry 2 guns at a time, with some of the guns offering an alternate fire, such as the like in Starship Troopers when Rico gets his arm stabbed by one of the bugs and he turns his rifle into a shotgun. Like, that's here, and it feels great. And it's actually useful. 2 shots with a shotgun will take down one of these guys. You don't get a lot of shotgun shells for that mode, but they're generous with the ammo because you can kill a few bugs, call down a supply drop, and you re-up. You also got supply drops littered around the area. So, getting more ammo, running out of ammo is not a thing. They also have a cheat code, though. Or not a cheat code, but there's a cheat menu where you can activate infinite ammo. So if you don't want to have to worry about that, the fact that they give you that option makes this game so much better. Because nowadays, you don't get options like that. We used to be able to put in cheat codes and get the stuff that we want. But developers have strayed away from that. But here they give it to you in full force. You've got God mode. You've got infinite ammo. And in a game that's all about shooting and killing, that's the only 2 cheat codes you need. But more on the gameplay, you can run up to troopers, recruit them into your squad. They'll die pretty quick, though, because these bugs do not mess around. I played the game on the regular trooper setting, and I died a few times simply because I got overwhelmed. So, and about being overwhelmed, there's not a lot of bugs to fight going from mission point to mission point, but there's always like a horde based mode at the end as you wait for evac, and you can get overwhelmed in those states if you don't use your ordinances, which you get out of the supply drops. Now, if you don't use your ordinances, you will get overwhelmed because they'll send out. There's a lot of different bugs. You know, the bug variety. You've got your regular soldiers. You've got your jumpers that can spit from a distance. Crawlers can spit from a distance. Ticks that just run up to you. Jumping ticks that run up to you and explode. Hoppers that can fly. The armored ones in the front. The tank ones that shoot fire at you. Then there's the AA cannon ones. Then there's the stuff, like, they've got the variety in the enemies, which is amazing. So the way mission structure is set up is there's only 8 missions for the troopers, but then there's these other things called bug missions where you play as the stealth bug. There's 3 or 4 of those. But on the trooper side, which is what I play mostly of, Starship Troopers. On the trooper side, you go into these open maps, and there's like 3-4 different main objectives to complete there. Those main objectives consist of tiny, you get to the main objective area, then there's 3 objectives inside of that area to complete. You can complete these missions in any order that you want, but they boil down to stand here, shoot the bugs, leave, or put a satchel charge on the mortar, AA bug, leave. And to activate the computer, wait in this area, kill all the bugs, then we'll pick you up. I wish the mission variety was just as varied as the bug variety. Feel like they could have done more, or really set you up for some high stakes feeling mission objectives. But for the most part, you feel like you're just here to back up the troopers that are already on the ground. You're coming in to clean up, and I feel like this could have been anybody. I didn't have to be superstar deeks in order to do this stuff, but it does. I don't feel bad about it because it felt so good to play. But I really do wish there was more mission variety. There's a few things where I'm just like, more. I wish there were more levels. I wish there were more, more different places to be. More set pieces. I wish there were more ways to take down the mortar bugs. There's a few different ways, but they don't attack you. They don't fight back. You walk up, you have all day to put a satchel on it, and then it blows up, and that's it. I wish there was more difficulty added to that. Maybe you've got to fight through more bugs in order to get it done, or something. But the gameplay, I wish there was more, but nothing here feels bad. So I guess the verdict for the gameplay, I'll give it a 1. So I wish there was more, just like the settings. I wish there was more. But since there isn't more, I wish there was more. Hopefully they give us more down the line. But that does it for the settings. So let's go ahead and get into the story. So, in Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War, I want to say Starship Troopers 2 so bad, I don't know why. But in this game, the story goes, this whole game is basically a training simulator to see if they can get people into wanting to join up to be a Starship Trooper. It's a game. Like, you're not the character. You're a person playing a game as a character. Simulation. However you want to put it. But you are in the shoes of these. I hate the name. I hate her name. It's Deets. Everybody just, oh, look, it's Deets. Hey, there's Deets. Whoa, Deets is here. I'm so tired of hearing the name. I wish they didn't. I wish she was a no-name soldier. And her voice. I personally do not want to be a woman. Call it what you want, but I wish I could have been a guy. I wish they let you choose. Like Deets could have been a man, but then it wouldn't have fit with the AMD videos. So I'll give it a pass because the AMD videos has most of it. Their interactions are Casper Van Dien and this lady named Deets. They're talking back and forth about her experience, which is what you're playing through. So, and there's a sub story though, that's just dropped about a stealth bug. There's this stealth bug that they want to hunt down and kill because it killed someone. And none of these people have any significant importance to you. So that's one reason why it doesn't catch me. But another reason is it literally goes nowhere. Like there is no payoff to the stealth bug. Like you actually play as the stealth bug, which I don't know why they would put that into the simulation aspect of this game of being able to play as a bug. But yeah, that's the story. You're playing through her time on the ground as a trooper. They don't get into how she lost her hand, but yeah, you're Deets, and look, you're a person. You're you playing a game through the as Deets. That's the story here. The AMD videos they give you, and like the way I like the setup is because it's not presented to you as just the game. It's presented to you as the propaganda, right? So you're playing the game. In between missions, you have commercials for just commercials for why you should join. Should you join? Should you send your kid off to join? Are you a kid that wants to join? And then there's the video of Casper Van Dien and Deets. And it's just like it's the game. It's literally the game. Like I don't know how to put it, but yeah, it's product placement. It's a commercial and a game wrapped up. This is what you're going to experience. Would you like to know more? This is what happened. Oh, hey, take a vacation. That's right. Be a family man. Become a citizen. Back to the game. So that's the story here. That's the plot, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the story one thumb because I like the effort. I like how they tied it all into you being a person going through the simulation to see, so you can see what it's like to be. I almost said Helldiver. So you can see what it's like to be a Starship Trooper. So yeah, I'll give it a 1. So here we are at the verdict. Let's see. We gave the graphics 2 thumbs, the sound 2 thumbs, the setting 1 thumb, the gameplay 1 thumb, the story 1 thumb, coming to a total of 7 thumbs out of 10. 7 out of 10 is really a good game. I honestly want to give it a higher score because of how much fun I'm having with the game. They say, there's not a lot of replayability. The scores don't matter. As far like the level score, you get 1,000,000 points per level. It's like you're climbing a leaderboard. It goes into that this is just a video game aspect, although it means literally nothing. But it does tally your score up for kills, saves, mission time, all types of stuff. But it's just, it's a good game. I wanted to give it like a 9 because it does everything right, except I wanted more. And if a game leaves me wanting more, it's gotta be a good game. But it left me wanting too much more. I want more missions. I want more mission types in the missions, or more objective types in the missions.
I just don't want to break it.
I wanted more game. Hopefully we get more game, because nowadays all we do is get more game. But yeah, so a 7, because it was lacking on the story. It was lacking in the setting variety and the missions during the mission objectives during the missions were copied and pasted over and over and over again. But yeah, so that is my review for Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War. I love that title though. I love that title. Now, I do want to apologize for my voice. I haven't been putting out videos because I got sick in December, and I guess my cough was so bad to where it really messed up my voice. And this is the voice that I've been having to rock with. And I'm like, I don't want to drop any reviews until my voice gets better. My voice is a lot better now than what it used to be. And I'm like, you know what? I just got to do it. Because I like doing the reviews. I like playing the games. I like getting my opinion out there. I'm hoping I can get some opinions back, you know. Crimson Desert dropped today. Gotta go play that. Valor of Man also dropped today. If you like board games, if you like turn-based stuff, turn-based combat, check that one out. But I've got some video games to go and play. I'm hoping my voice gets better. I hope you go and check out Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War, if that's your type of game. Just a simple FPS, no extra BS. Just get in there, shoot some bugs, have some fun. But yeah, thanks for watching the video if you made it this far. If you didn't make it this far, you'll never hear this part. But it's okay. I fuck with you anyway. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go play some Crimson Desert. Y'all be easy.
I didn't know I could run out.